Okay, so before anybody makes any accusations, I have never played Change once in my life. So for the past few months, I have been suffering from the world's worst brain rot. I kid you not, I have been going insane over my obsession with this man's work. So I was browsing my fifth favorite subreddit looking for financial advice when I came across a post which caught my attention. I don't remember exactly which post it was, but it was probably this one. Finding a post with an actually funny joke is quite rare, so I checked out his profile and noticed he had his own website, and oh my god, this sent me down a rabbit hole. He has like 3, soon to be 4 web series, and I love them all, and I'm going to rant incoherently about them for however long this video is. I wanted to do things in chronological order and talk about Lai Yannick and Lucy first, but I don't speak Spanish. Maybe one day I'll translate the whole thing, but who knows. So the actual first thing I'm going to talk about is Bruja the Witch, or in Spanish, Witch la Bruja. This was originally made in Spanish, but thank the gods somebody decided to translate it, because I could not survive without Bruja and Oliver calling each other nutters. The story centers around the titular character Bruja and her friends as stuff happens. The first chapter is just its own thing, but the rest follow an overarching story. The first arc is Bruja being an idiot and accidentally turning her aunt into stone, and she has to make a cure in 4 days or else she dies in real life. Oliver, who is Bruja's friend, accompanies her to a cemetery where it's revealed that elves exist, but are never brought up again. They find the thing they need, but a mouse steals it, and oh my god, she's escalating, we need UN peacekeepers. Also, that's racist. It's also revealed in this chapter that Bruja's mom is kaput, but more importantly, damn, does nobody in this world have any chill, bro. Your friend just had an emotional moment, at least try to be a bit empathetic. After that, they get lost in a forest and get the authentic Florida experience. How high do you think the child death rates are in this world? With kids going into the middle of nowhere and getting attacked by, like, those things? Like, for every Bruja the Witch, there has to be at least 10 to build a fires going on out there. They get the next ingredient after Oliver and his shitty small talk cause an ecological disaster. I haven't mentioned this yet, but I absolutely love the little chapter intro page things. I just think they're neat. Next stop, London, and holy shit, it's the BEF. This happened to me one time. Also, for some reason, if you could do magic in this world, then you get melted by water and die. This implies that taking showers kills them. There's several jokes here I can make, but I'm not going to. I don't know, maybe they just use magic. But like, also, girl, you are 60% death. The reason why they're in London is because they need to find fairy hydroxide, which just sounds like some shit from fantasy Breaking Bad. There's only like one dude who sells it, and he just shows up. You're going on the tier list. So they have to bury the ingredients for 100 years and then time travel to get them in the future, and let me just say, you think you're slick, Oliver? 1848, 1884, and you literally walked past them yesterday. In order to time travel, they need Honey, who is a character I failed to mention until now, but Bruja is deeply in debt and has to become an indentured servant while Oliver has a certified gamer moment. Instead of becoming a slave, Bruja uses pathos to convince Honey to help them and they go to the future. I love these little art style changes when they time travel. They go to the future and have to disguise themselves because magic is illegal and— Is that Spookston War Thunder?
Divorce your wife, give them all your money, right now.
The disguises wear off after doing future stuff like playing Beat Saber, and there are several jokes I can make here. First of all, this panel makes Bruja look like a fucking legendary Fortnite item. Secondly, yeah, wearing cotton should be worthy of the death sentence. Third is Christian Spookston. Future Bruja from 1919 saves them and prevents a time paradox. Speaking of time travel, it's Future Fritz here, and oh my god, it's Professor Lapointe. Honey fucks up the spell, and Oliver has heterochromia. This happened in War Thunder one time. I like Bruja because her first instinct when something bad happens is to yell at everyone around her. She just like me for real. If you could just, like, remove someone's mouth, do you think this is what they do when fighting other witches? It's the PvP meta, banned from competitive tournaments. They save Aunt Alice. Time skip. 1919, the Great War has been won. Bruja and Honey get accepted into Howard's magic school, and let me just say, fuck Hogwarts, all my homies go to Howard's. Oliver is sad because if Bruja leaves, he won't have anybody to play Duskers with, so he commits a terrorist attack on Bruja's broom. Bro, that's fucked. But brother, I get it. Doesn't matter anyways, cause guess what? The Industrial Revolution and its consequences. Okay, look at this panel. Now who do you recognize? Bruja, Aunt Alice, and Honey, right? Wrong. Look at this man. Look familiar? I love how every once in a while there will be a little music sheet along with various scenes. As a former band kid, I can vaguely imagine what they sound like, but these are real songs, and this one is made by Rafa's brother, I think, which is quite nice, and it's also uploaded to the YouTube channel. And he has less subscribers than me? I feel like a fraud. Anyways, they're on the train and meet a new character. She's just like me for real. This is Lily, and spoiler alert, she's a vampire. They get to fucking Sorcererburg, just kidding, Rowling got nothing on this, and they go to some speech and... S tier. Okay, so look. Harvey is a second year and he has this red thingy, while we know that Bruja and Honey are first years and we're green, which means that Lily has been here before. Later on, it's revealed that Lily's gotta bite people to not die or something, which means that either this is the second time that Howard's has had to play Vampire Among Us, or Lily got converted between years. But, like, also there's a lot of stuff about her that just doesn't add up. Like, what did she mean by this? I don't know, maybe she's just weird. Speaking of character lore, Honey hair, or should I say, Honey artificial hair. Now I know what you might be thinking.
What?
Hear me out. In chapter 16, Bruja is dragging Honey back to her room and Honey's arm is tearing off. But wait, there's more evidence. Look at her eyes. There are only 3 other characters in Bruja the Witch that have eyes like this. These 2 guys and the clay doll. Also, this character who is supposedly her mom doesn't share the same eyes, meaning that this isn't just a thing hares have. Not convinced? Well, let's look outside Witch La Bruja. Rafa has uploaded this image titled Artificial Beings. Now everyone is here. The R-Robots, the Feds, the Robot Stunt Doubles, Ram herself, Takeo, Slaves, Clone Wife, Outdated Technology, Rutro Lesbians, the new character, I Don't Speak Spanish, and finally, in the middle... Sadly, the other 2 were forgotten. Okay, let's get back on track. Oh my god, it's Jaden Animations. Okay, so my headcanon is that this is just an alternate universe Jaden, where instead of becoming a YouTuber, she goes to furry magic school, and instead of a bird, she has a cat. I think it's funny how Bruja is the only person at the table who can taste the food, because she's the only quote-unquote normal person here. Also, Linus Wolf, who is Bruja's crush or something, I don't know, I don't care about him. We never see him, but I thought he was gonna be some, like, hot Giga Chad, but the text says differently. What I do care about is the last names. This is like if my name was Fritz Freedom. Also, it's worth noting that everything is connected. There's an official red family tree with 13 generations missing, and Tarara, grandfather, Captain Leonardo Red, where are you? Also, sorry Lucy, you got voted off. If you know, you know. Lily fucks up Harvey's shit, and now they're all in COVID lockdown. Also, there's a chapter with Bruja and Oliver's backstory, but I don't care because A tier. The school hired a professional Among Us player, and I get this as a reference, but do you think he voted for Mosley? Also, he has a gun, but he never uses it. Instead, he uses that one crossbow from Terraria. Okay, I have a theory. So the running joke is that Bruja's potions explode when she uses Oliver's hair as Black Cat's fur. In this scene, it's stated that if the cat isn't entirely black, then their fur won't work. So my theory is that Oliver is not completely black, and somewhere on his body is a tiny patch of white fur. Given the most recent chapter, I genuinely think this is going to be a plot point. But hey, that's just a theory. They all go to a party and my heart can't handle Sad Lily, but it's okay because she RDMs another person. Also, the hunter definitely voted no. Okay, next chapter. Bruja has Vietnam flashbacks and decides that the best way to see her mother again is to almost die. Something dark magic Minecraft story mode. I bet being dead in this world would be chill AF. Bruja gets ghosted and Lily gets a free soda. Bruja explodes again and bites Harvey. No, I will not give context. The perpetrator returns to the scene of the crime and uh-oh, medbay check. Ma'am, a second explosion has hit the witchcraft class. Okay, at the time of writing this, we just never see Lily again. Where is she? Is she safe? Is she alright? Anyways, it's winter break and don't speak to my boy Oliver with that tone, miss. Okay, so when I first read Bruja the Witch, this last chapter hadn't been released, but Rafa, like the legend he is, promised weekly pages, and I finally understand what it's like to watch Saturday morning cartoons. I don't think you understand. Every single day I would check for a new page, and when one was made, I would read them all one by one. I don't think you understand how destroyed I was when 1 week later there was just no answer, and then, hey Oliver. And then after that, Oliver says this. If you're listening to this in the background, then tab out of your squad match and read this. Like, bro, the witch is called Bruja the Witch, her name is Witch in Spanish, and her promise to her mom was to be the best witch ever. But wait, the plot thickens. Almost 2 years ago, he would post this image, titled 2 Witches and 1 Wizard. What did he mean by this? Also, Lily, I thought you were a vampire. Okay, that's all I have to say about Bruja the Witch. You saw the runtime. Alongside Bruja the Witch, another series was being made. Ram the Robot takes place a bazillion years in the future. You know, these are some, like, really good names. What next? Jeff the Sniper? Unlike Bruja the Witch, this is more of a sitcom, I think, and it's also on his website rather than Webtoon.
Huh?
Hey look, there's an About section. This happened in War Thunder one time. Okay, characters. Ram, she's the robot. Jake has a massive brain. Jan is rich and wait, how does that work? The Bud doesn't wear pants. I don't really know how to talk about Ram, so I'll just go. In the early pages, Jake has longer hair and I like that, but now he has short hair. I'm leaving that in the script. On page 15, Jake makes a portal to alternate universes that doesn't use magic because magic has been illegal for a long time. I just want to say, I do not like humanoid Ram. I do not like looking at her. This version of Ram, though, is a solid A tier. Also, there's Manga Bruja and Jaden's cat moves in. They go to Brazil and get robbed by a dude with a spoon. SMH my head, should have carried a gun. Jake, you could get burned at the stake for dressing like that. Okay, look at this. Jake makes robot versions of all of his friends, and you can tell them apart by looking at their tongues, except for Ram. Because normal Ram looks identical. This means that Clone Ram could just take over and no one would ever know. Ram gets turned into Organic Raccoon and has a dream. That's a Battleship reference. I didn't think anybody watched that movie other than Cody.
What is this?
Also foreshadowing. Bud Totem. Bottom text. Also, I'm pretty sure Jake is the most quotable character in all of his works because I am trying to solve this enigma and oh crap are things I say on a daily basis. Later on, we're introduced to Jake's older sister Jackie, and this image has so much power, Jackie could become president. They hang out, but the feds show up to crash the party. Also, look at this ship. Do you think you could do the Cobra maneuver? This is an insane list of crimes, and I can't tell if Jackie is an American hero or not. D. So do the robots have rights? They're sentient and have feelings. This is fucked up, right? I want Mr. Crocodile. Is that an Alpha Centauri reference? I can't believe Ram got replaced by a dollar store version of Cookie from Super Planet Dolan. Okay, this is just straight up slavery, what the fuck? If this happened to me, I would never recover. So sometimes when you mouse over the pages, they have little messages and... Why is this page just titled Cake? Tell me, Rafa. Is it for the reason I think it is? Huh? If it is, then that's based. That's all I have to say about Ram, but we gotta talk about the other stuff because there's lore. I didn't notice this earlier, but on the Red Family tree, one of the characters is named Aurora Wolf. Is Lily related to Linus? Are they cousins? Okay, but like, serious talk, this tree is driving me insane. What happened to Henry? Why are Jake's parents just named his parents, and where is his dad? Why is Peyton so pissed off? The 7 looks fucking dope, I bet he killed a few people. Can we get a Casey cameo in the future? Okay, enough about the tree. Look at these girls. Although I didn't show them, they appear in some of the Ram pages. Their names are Bonnie, Dixie, Kim, and Diana. They were based on these Lego builds, but Rafa decided to give each one of them a secret trait. One of them has magic powers, one of them is a clone, one of them is a robot, and one of them has peculiar friends. He said he would give hints as to who is who, and let's just say, I am trying to solve this enigma. The original image itself does not give any hints that I know of, so we'll have to look in other places. Shortly after, Rafa would upload an image showing how robots are made, and look who it is. Also, damn, Ram got fucked price-wise. Okay, that's one down, but what about the rest? Previously, we took a look at this image, and looky, there's the lesbians. If one of them is a robot, then the other one has to be the clone. There's 2 down. Now what about these 2? I don't know. They appear in the Ram pages, but as far as I know, there are no clues as to who is who. Also, peculiar friends is way too vague, and which among us is not fun. Okay, hear me out. Can we dip them in water to see who melts? Okay, let's look at some other stuff. There's a few translated Lai, Yannick, and Lucy comics, and I don't have much to say about them other than that I like them. Caddy and Zoe came out while making this, and it's pretty good. It's odd to see the Ram characters in this format, but hey, at least it's something new. I've rewritten this conclusion like 3 times, so I'll make it short. I absolutely love everything Rafa has made, and I'm sure I'll love everything he will make. All of it has this honest charm to it, and it's clear he puts a lot of passion into it. Although I do have my favorites, all the main characters are amazing and I would buy plushies of all of them. It's also interesting to see how his art style changed over time. With that said, Rafa, if you're watching this, thank you for everything you've done, and to everyone else, have a nice day. Okay, so when is the Mr. Frank James Hexter body pillow coming out?